Internet, Eric here. Well, it's Bloody Sunday once again. I haven't done one of these in a while. What Bloody Sunday is, it was a concept created here on YouTube where every Sunday, or every Sunday you want to participate, you take a death from a specific movie, TV show, comic book, cartoon, what have you, and make a short video about it. Speaking of that specific death. Recently, for Two Bearded Losers, my podcast, if you don't know, um, I have done a Stephen King movie podcast where me and Frenzy and a friend of mine just discuss random Stephen King movies. Videos on the playlist on this channel, but you can also search it on Anchor and iTunes and all that jazz. For that podcast, we wanted to discuss specifically The Mist. The Mist was one of those films we want to discuss in that podcast. Obviously, if you have not seen The Mist and I'm discussing deaths in the movie, watch this at your own risk. The basic plot, and no, I will not be discussing the ending. I will not ruin that for anyone because it is pretty amazing. Basic plot of The Mist is Tom Jane, from The Punisher, 1922, which is another Stephen King movie. Yeah, him and a bunch of townspeople are in a shopping center, like a supermarket. Some creepy mist rolls in, and out comes different like Cthulhu type creatures, multiple like H.P. Lovecraft type creatures, also insects and this and that, and they are trapped inside this shopping center or grocery store and try to survive. Typical fun Stephen King stuff. The death I'm going to discuss in this episode of Bloody Sunday is going to be Norm, the bag boy. He's the one played by the red-headed kid who was the Shermanator in American Pie, and he was also in Angus. You've seen him everywhere. What happens is the power runs out in the supermarket, and Norm and Tom Jane and William Sadler and a bunch of other people are going to go in the back, out the loading dock, to the emergency generator. And then they see, they know it's dangerous, but Norm says, you know what, I'll do it anyway. I'm quick, I'm fast, I'm not scared. So what they do is they raise the door, the docking door, just a little bit, just so Norm can get out. And as they're arguing, like Tom Jane's telling Norm not to do it, this tentacle slides in under the door, wraps around Norm's leg, and pulls him. And he's dragged through. Everybody else is fucking, scared shitless. The only one who tries to rescue him is Tom Jane at the moment. And he's being pulled, he's pulled off his feet. He's being dragged outside. And luckily the kid gets his foot up on the loading, the dock door to save himself. Tom Jane grabs him and they pulls him farther away from the door. And then he gets help from, I think it's like the assistant, like the floor manager or whatever. Kid is let go, tentacle comes down. You find out the tentacle has like these barbs or spikes on it. Grabs Norm on the leg and then lifts it up, ripping off skin, blood everywhere. Norm screaming, help me. Intense moment. We have it landing on his chest this time, ripping up this big fucking gaping wound on him. Blood's all over him. Blood shoots all over Thomas Jane. And William Sadler and the other men are, like I said, scared shitless. The floor manager, whatever, Ollie. He's a character I really like. He gets an axe. He breaks the whole in case of danger, break glass type of thing, or in case of fire, whatever it is. He breaks the glass and he's swiping the axe at this tentacle, and strikes it. Another one grabs Norm and is dragging him down, and he again sliding down. And you think he's going to maybe get grabbed by Thomas Jane because he's sliding like this, but no, his head is up high enough because he's scared. And he goes through the dock door and boom, knocks him down, knocks him out. It's kind of like that Bret Michaels video, if you've ever seen that on YouTube, where Bret Michaels is leaving the stage and the stage is lowering and Bret literally walks into the stage and breaks his nose. So that's intense. So you got Norm gaping wounds on his leg and on his chest. He's getting pulled out. He gets the shit smacked out of him, face first into that dock door. He wakes up and he turns around and he does the whole cliche, reaches out his hands for help as you see more tentacles wrap around him and just drag him into the mist. So, and then of course you never see Norm again, but dude's gone. Dude's eaten. Highly, highly intense scene of the mist. Poor Norm. We get, like I said, gaping wounds, blood and guts, intensity. You think Norm might be okay when he blocks getting pulled out with his foot. The scene where he gets his face smashed, through the door is a definite holy shit moment. I mean, he's pulled away into the darkness. Um, the fear on William Sadler and the other guy just add to the intensity, especially the scene where there's another tentacle that comes in and just grabs like a bag of dog food and like lifts it up and like it's inspecting it and then just rips it apart. So super intense, nice and bloody. CGI effects kind of iffy, but doesn't take away the impact of Norm's death from the mist. That's it. That's how easy these videos are. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Click the bell. Tell me what you think of this death in the mist. Do me a favor. Please don't spoil the ending to the mist in this video. If I do see that happening, I will delete those comments because anyone who, like I said, they could have taken a chance knowing that it was just Norm in this. Lots of people die in this movie. I don't want that ending spoiled. But anyways, like and subscribe, all that typical jazz. Happy Bloody Sunday.